As part of my Discord server's 1 year anniversary, we have started a weekly community game schedule and have now added a custom bot to the server to manage VODs. People who submit VODs will be rewarded with cool roles and colours, and those who review other people's VODs will receive their own coaching role as recognition. Join today and submit your own VODs and help the collective D.Va community improve their game. Hey all, Level 5 Pidgey here. It's been in and out of planning for a while now, but I've received a lot of comments from people asking how to climb out of certain rank tiers as D.Va. So I aim to start a Bronze to Grandmaster series with D.Va where I and a few other GM/top 500 Divas hope to break down VODs from each tier and provide you with common mistakes and how to fix them. As a segue into this series, I've decided to work again with Mouffin, one of my favourite D.Va players, to break down some top 500 level D.Va play and showcase you a few things that you can pick up and put into your own gameplay. Rather than show you an entire game, as it's quite lengthy, I've cut out the less significant parts and aim to show you 5 key sections within it. We're going to start the analysis 2 minutes into the game because, as you can see from the background footage, Mouffin's team hasn't had that much luck capturing the point yet. After respawning and pushing back onto the point, Mouffin targets the enemy Reinhardt here, as he is the only enemy contesting the point currently, and isn't really protecting anyone with his shield.
Fire in the hole!
Pass into the iris.
Unfortunately for Mouffin, his engagement is ruined by the enemy Transcendence and Riptide. Rather than backing out behind him towards his team, he backs out through the hotel to ensure he cannot get crowd controlled by using the physical walls as cover.
Hit it.
D.Va, come on. D.Va, why?
The planets align for Equinox as he lands an awesome hook, allowing Mouffin's team to rush onto the point with their numbers advantage. Rather than focusing on the most immediate target, Mouffin picks the easiest kill here, focusing the enemy Zenyatta, and gets him not only a pick, but free access to the back of the enemy team where he can cause havoc. He abandons chasing the Junkrat here because it's a waste of time, and instead tries to zone off enemies that are coming back to the point from spawn. The fight is already won on point, so he can stop any chance of a contest here by zoning enemies away.
I have 600 ping.
After getting hooked, Mouffin drops his bomb, and to ensure he gets the kill on the enemy Roadhog, he body blocks him away from the doorway so he can't escape the blast zone.
Really? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. I have 800 ping.
The next fight of the game is in the factory area, a very good spot for D.Va as there's a lot more high ground areas that aren't as easy to access for mobile characters compared to other spots on this map. The enemy Junkrat is forced to back down because of D.Va's burst and Discord Orb, allowing him and his team to control the high ground. Reinhardt, who is by himself, is now pressured from 2 angles, which forces him to either turn his shield away from Mouffin's team and risk dying, or get gunned down by Mouffin with his high ground advantage.
It's over.
Reinhardt!
I have the high ground.
Playing the game again.
Thanks to the pick on the enemy Reinhardt, the enemy team has to give up a lot of valuable space on the map to be able to find cover in order to dodge hooks or not get poked down. This ends up being a further detriment to the enemy team, as they now have to cluster in a corner, which makes it easy for Mouffin to chuck a bomb in and collect some free kills.
Don't mind me, guys, just pushing the cart.
Hey, don't mind me, just kill
Wait,
it.
have you actually had the move like this entire game then?
Uh-oh.
This is like you're just getting in the same spot. Uh-oh, this is where I die.
Oh, there goes my ping again. Whatever. Been carried. Woo! So much fun.
I kind of got sick of it, and I'm kind of happy.
At the start of the defensive round, Mouffin positions on top of the Mondata statue, which lets him see both doors from spawn and possibly get insight of what comp the enemy team is running. Knowing what composition the enemy team is running in advance can let your own team structure the defense differently in order to best protect against different types of enemy team comps.
Quad tank.
3. Quad tank.
The enemy team uses Lucio speed boost to rush through hotel here and force Mouffin's team off the point.
You're by yourself, Blaze. Back, back. Let them have that. We're gonna move backwards.
Both tanks cleverly use the taxi car here to provide a barrier, preventing the enemy Reinhardt from landing an easy pin to start the fight.
Shield's gone.
Switch to as if for an attack.
Hook's down.
Because they don't want to keep retreating, Mouffin and Reinhardt here break up the enemy team and create some space by pushing aggressively forward. Flying up onto the high ground gives a new angle that allows Mouffin to drop back down on and creates more angles of pressure for the enemy team, as they now have to pay attention to an additional direction of damage.
Hook Zarya? I got made too.
And soon after, because of his unique angle, he can see the enemy Reinhardt is low and collect a free pick without risking himself at all in the fight.
I need.
Mouffin's allied Reinhardt can now hammer down on the pick he made and land a shatter big enough to win the team fight.
There's so much people that need heals.
That's a bad shot. I don't know if we need the nano, but
Mine's right here.
Thanks to Moira's call out, Reinhardt gets staggered for a second time, dying alone whilst his team is respawning.
Ah, shit.
Because Mouffin used the bus to block shots rather than his matrix, he still has plenty left to save his Genji's life when he gets hooked by the enemy Roadhog.
Back off, back off.
Ever.
We keep getting coalescence at the same time.
The enemy team does end up capping the point though because of their significant ultimate advantage after respawning. This next segment starts at the tail end of a teamfight, where ultimates are blown from both sides. Mouffin and his friendly Zarya still have their ults, but the effectiveness of their combo will entirely depend on whether they can break the enemy Rein shield in time.
that's a bad shot. That's
The sneaky Zarya lands an amazing graviton here, but Lucio is able to beat drop and keep his team alive. Mouffin's bomb may seem like a waste at first, but it actually forces the enemy Reinhardt to keep his shield up in the direction of the bomb, which not only allows his own Reinhardt to swing away and charge his own ult, but makes the team vulnerable from behind where the shield is not blocking.
Right.
And because Mouffin's own Reinhardt was able to swing away, he charged another shatter up extremely quickly and could use another one to clean up the fight after the grab finishes.
Oh shit.
Rather than running back to his team, Mouffin hides next to the enemy spawn, as it gives him an easy opportunity to burst an unaware target leaving spawn and stagger the enemy team even more. The enemy Mini D.Va happens to be the victim here, as she's exceptionally squishy after losing her mech. It's really easy to kill Mini D.Va before she can resuit whilst her bomb is going off if you're able to get out of the blast zone safely.
Or try to if you can.
Why does that break? She's in my LOS. Why does my hook break?
Esports ready.
Whilst he wasn't able to eat the graviton here, Mouffin's matrix and Moira's coalescence kept the team alive in the graviton long enough and kept Rein's shield up.
Got it.
Because he was able to delay the shatter by keeping his Rein shield up, Mouffin was able to place his awesome zoning ult that successfully does two things: force the enemy towards Mouffin's team, and also force the Reinhardt to protect himself from the bomb, rather than being able to swing at the enemies that he just shattered onto the floor.
I mean, we have 3 halves in it. 3 times half a third of the point.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I just got coalescent.
3, 2, 1. Attack commence.
On an overtime defense round like this, attackers can afford to be aggressive or try multiple different strategies whilst they have time to spare, as the defenders only need to lose one fight to lose the game. Rather than staying behind his Reinhardt shield, Mouffin decides to flank around the side of the point and try and utilize D.Va's great burst potential to create an opening for his team through a pick. Once he's ready, he can pick the easiest target, the enemy Lucio, and luckily gets away with it because of how distracted the enemy team is with his own team's advance. Dying here in a 1-for-1 trade is advantageous to the attackers because they have a shorter walk back to the point.
I got X.
Let's go, got him.
I can just ult them off. Okay.
Xayah farms her Graviton extremely quickly and wins the fight by snaring most of the enemy team.
This comp is so good.
Dude, Nanos were so peaked.
And with that victory, I thank you all for watching. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please be sure to leave your comments, criticism or feedback below. I'm keen to read it as I wasn't quite sure on the direction I should take with a video like this, and whilst I obviously tried my best, sometimes it doesn't quite hit the mark for what people watching were expecting out of a video like this. And whilst I know it's typical for my channel, I do want to apologise for my leave of absence as of late on YouTube. I hope in the future from now I can do 1 video a week or at least 3 videos a month. But I have been pretty snowed under with uni study right now and work on top of that, so I'm gonna see how I go, and I'll try my very best because I do want to create content. It's a lot more fun than playing Overwatch, honestly. I'm having a bit of a dilemma where creating content is a lot more fun than playing the game that I create content for. But you needn't worry, I won't start producing Fortnite content like other channels are anytime soon. So with that, I hope you have a great day. I hope this video helped you. Good luck in solo queue, and goodbye.